Bonded and insured. What does that really mean? I think the answer will surprise you. In this video, we will review the truths and misconceptions about theft claims in maid service, what to do if you suspect theft, how the police investigate claims, and more importantly, what to do to prevent theft so you can enjoy the awesome benefits of maid service without worry. Hello, my name is Bruce, and I'm the owner of the largest maid service company in Georgia. I'm also the owner of Maid Training Academy, the largest online maid training school in the world, with students and corporate members in North America, Europe, Asia, and Africa. As the largest maid service company in Georgia with multiple locations around the Atlanta metro area, we'll clean over 8,000 homes this year. We get about 4 or 5 calls a year about missing items. So that frequency is 0.0006, which is very, very low. It's not even 1/10 of 1%. So the good news is it's pretty rare to run into those problems, at least for us, but we do get them. When we get the call, it goes something like this. My whatever is missing, and you're the only people that have been in my house, so the cleaners clearly stole it. Mm, It's funny, but it's not funny that customers immediately jump to the conclusions when something goes missing is that the maids took it. It's classic. The maids did it. Here's our scripted response when we get those calls. I'm sorry your item is missing. I do need to ask you a few questions if you're okay with that. Would you please describe the item? Where did you see it last? And where was it? Okay, thanks for answering those questions. First, let me state that all of our employees are background checked, so none of our people have a history of theft before hiring them. Our policy is to ask the customer to continue to look for the item. Oh, I've searched the whole house. I've already done that. I understand. We always ask customers to search again in places that seem unlikely. The good news is that most customers eventually find the item. Items can fall behind or under furniture, end up in drawers, moved by other family members, or be found in the most unlikely places. One customer found his wife's Rolex in the toaster. It slid off the back of the kitchen counter and landed in the toaster, hidden until they made toast a few weeks later. So we simply ask you to look again everywhere, including in those areas that seem unlikely. We will talk to the cleaners that were in your home to see if anyone recalls seeing the item. And whenever you feel you've completed a thorough search, if you haven't found the item, the next step is to file a police report. Of course, you have the right to call the police at any time, but please keep us posted and call if you find it. I will call you in a few days if I don't hear from you before then. We cannot file a claim with our insurance carrier until the investigation is complete. Usually, if there's a theft claim, we suspend your service until the item is found or the claim is closed, but the choice is yours. Do you want to suspend service? I would say most people do, and they appreciate the fact that we're being proactive on that. Okay, we have a process. Okay, so next topic. Most customers find the missing item after a thorough check. I have a lot of stories about customers that were absolutely sure we stole something, only later to find it and apologize for accusing us. Oh, I never really thought you guys would steal it. Yeah, but that's not what you said. Okay. So people get upset when things go missing. One of those is even my own wife. We have an expensive knife set, as a lot of people do in the kitchen. One of the table knives went missing, and my wife said, "No one's been in the house." Again, no one's been in the house except the cleaners, so they may have taken it. I asked her to look again, to which she said, "I've already looked everywhere." When I said, "Darling, sweetheart, love of my life, please look again." She found it a few days later in the bottom of the dishwasher stuck in the drain. That's your story. So if something goes missing, look everywhere, including the most unlikely places. Talk to everyone in the home, including your children. Background checks. This is interesting. Not all maid companies run background checks, even when they say they do. I've had people fail the background check after coming to us from another maid company. That includes local and national maid companies. Background checks have become more restrictive. Many states only go back 6 years, and some have gotten really expensive. In New York, the cost is $100 to get a background check in addition to the normal cost. So before you hire a maid company, make sure they state on their website that they do run background checks as a requirement for employment. Make sure to print that web page and keep it on file because it may come in handy if you have a claim. Police do run a background check when they do an investigation. And if your maid company stated they ran a check, but they didn't, you have a stronger case when filing a claim. Some background checks may not include all state or counties. They're only federal. So make sure your maid company includes all three. On our website, we state we run federal, state, and county reports. Police investigation. I can't speak for all of law enforcement, but they all usually start with interviewing the people that were in the home. Some will do it over the phone, and some will require the cleaner to come to the police station where they interview them in the same room as they do murderers. They video record the interview just like they would any type of crime and ask questions, probing questions to see if there's any suspicion of theft. You've actually had, again, we haven't had many of these, but we've had some cleaners so taken aback by this that they ended up quitting because they didn't want to be in that situation, that even if they are innocent, it's just so unnerving. So that's why we ask customers to please search the home again. And the one thing you may not be aware of is that the police investigate the homeowner too. So they're going to look at everyone involved, including the person filing the complaint. Yeah. I spoke to a detective many years ago after an investigation was closed. And I asked him, can you tell me how you investigate these things? I was really happy that he shared a lot. What he told me made me believe that if someone actually stole something, the chances are good they're going to get caught. Now, I'm not going to tell you what he said, in full at all, but I can tell you it was a lot more than what I was expecting. Bonded and insured. Most homeowners choose a maid service because they are insured, and that is important. But just because someone say they are insured doesn't mean they are. Before hiring a maid service, ask them to send you their certificate of insurance to prove it. I shop my competition all the time, and usually when I ask this question, they either hang up or they never send it. We have all of our certificates on our website so customers can see the proof that we are insured. And if you do get a certificate, check to see if it's up to date. And if you really want to be sure, call the insurance carrier to confirm it's still active. The certificate will always have a phone number and a policy number. When you get the insurance carrier that provides a certificate, but if the policy lapses for non-payment, the only way to know it's lapsed is if you're listed as one of the insured on the policy. That's a little harder to do. You can do that, but you might get some pushback from the maid company. So always check and confirm before you hire a maid company. Now, customers assume that all they have to do is to say that something is missing and they'll get a check from the insurance company. It doesn't work like that. First, the insured, that's the maid company, has to file the claim. The customer cannot file the claim. If the claim meets all the requirements from the insurance company, then the claim will probably get paid. But don't count on the maid company submitting the claim unless there's some proof that their people were involved. Just because something goes missing doesn't prove that it was stolen, still be missing, and it doesn't prove that the cleaner stole it. That's why we wait until the police complete their investigation. We had a former customer claim we stole something. The last time they saw the item was over 3 months ago. The customer, who reminded me several times and every time we spoke that he was an attorney, and he insisted that we file the claim with the insurance company. When I told him that the police didn't find any proof that we were involved, he said, "Well, I'm going to sue you anyway." I told him I was happy to appear at court, tell the judge and a jury that there's no proof that we stole the item. All of our people have no history of theft, and that without proof, there's no way you're going to win. Can't you can't win anything on hearsay. I asked him, "Do you keep a daily log of everyone that's entering your home?" He said, "No." I asked him, "Do you keep do you have cameras in your house?" He said, "Only at the door." I said, "If we go to court, I'm going to ask you for the videos of every day going back 3 months." I asked, "Do you have that?" He said, "Not that far back." I said, "Without proof no one else was in your home, he has no proof. Now I'd be happy to defend myself without an attorney." Haven't heard from him since. And where did he say his expensive jewelry was kept? You got it, in the sock drawer. You see, every time a claim is paid by the insurance company, the cost of that insurance is going to go up. Those claims are also shared in a national database with all insurance companies. And if you get too many claims, no insurance company is going to underwrite the risk. And if that happens, the company may have to shut their doors. So, as a business, you have to carefully manage every claim submitted. We had one customer who said our cleaner stole something. They filed a police report. And when the detective called me, I asked her, "Did the customer tell you that there were construction workers in the house too?" She said, "No, she did not." When our cleaners left, there were several men in the home working in the basement. So why wouldn't the homeowner not reveal that to the police? Because we tell customers we're insured and we're bonded. And perhaps the construction workers she had in the home were not. So have we had any theft claims that turned out to be true? Yes. Yes, we have. In 13 years, we've had three. Two had proof, and one we only had a suspicion. All three were paid, but the one that had suspicion, we had to pay out of our own pocket and not with the insurance. I'll talk about that a little bit more. The next thing is our training with our cleaners includes theft and loss prevention. We don't hide from the discussion of theft with our cleaners. We openly talk and train about it with all of our staff. We tell our cleaners that we cooperate with law enforcement, that every claim is investigated, and if you steal something, more than likely, you're going to get caught. And if another claim comes in where you were in the home, we're going to contact the police and tell them. And if you see or suspect anyone stealing, you have a responsibility to report it. If you don't, then you're an accessory to theft, and that'll get you in trouble too. And that's how we came to play that one claim based on suspicion. One of the cleaners gave us some information that caused us to believe that her partner may have stolen something. That was not the only information that we had, but it helped us make a decision to pay the customer directly without proof. And guess what? That customer is still a customer today. Now, the most important part of this video, how to prevent theft from occurring. This is the most important. It's the simplest way to prevent theft in your home, so you don't have to worry about your maid service or any service professional. Number one, put your valuables in a secure place. And your underwear drawer is not a secure place. Secure means locked up. Spend 50 bucks at Costco and get a safe. Lock up your valuables before the maids arrive or any service professional. Heck, we lock up our valuables when certain family members come to our house. And if you don't want to get a safe, okay, here's a real cool solution. For 60 bucks, you can put a lock on your closet door. So now your entire closet is a safe, and you also protect those expensive handbags and clothes. That's what I did, and I own the company. Number two, don't leave cash and valuables out in the open. Oh my gosh. We hire honest people, with no, background problems, but don't tempt somebody by leaving cash out or any valuables. I can't tell you how many times cleaners tell me about customers that leave large amounts of cash here and there throughout the house. So don't do that. That advice is even in the Bible. And lead us not into temptation, right? And if cash goes missing, it's probably gone forever. It's not like jewelry that can be traced. Cash can get mixed in with other cash, and you can't tell if the cash in your wallet was the cash you thought you left on your dresser. Number three, get an insurance policy on your jewelry. They're not that expensive. My wife and I have a policy that covers up to $100,000 of jewelry with a $250 deductible for about 1,600 bucks a year. It's about 130 bucks a month. $25,000 policy would be about $30 a month. And so whoever your homeowner's insurance is with, that's who you want to contact to add a jewelry policy. Typically with those policies, all you have to do is report it missing and the policy will pay. No police report, no proof it was stolen, because those policies are usually lost or stolen. And when you get a policy, they will require an appraisal, which is good advice in general, because if you claim something was stolen, okay, if you don't have an insurance policy, or if you don't have, personal articles policy, the insurance companies are going to require proof of purchase or an appraisal. You just can't say, well, I had this jewelry and here's a picture of me wearing it. That ain't going to work. Okay. So again, it's just in general, just get an insurance policy. It's the best way to feel better about not worrying about if something goes missing. Number four, cameras in your home. Some people put cameras in their home, but it's not a guarantee. I mean, the Secret Service couldn't even determine who brought cocaine in the White House, right? It's a good deterrent, but unless you have cameras in every room of your home, including your bedroom, you're better off just putting valuables in a safe and secure area. I hope you've enjoyed this video and take the advice of how you can prevent theft, which is always the best solution. An ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure. If you like this video, please click the like button below, subscribe to our channel for other cool videos, and forward this video to your friends and family. And if you're a professional cleaner or own a maid service company, check out Maid Training Academy as well as priceyourcleaning.com for the most accurate and powerful online pricing tool for cleaners. Pricing starts at just 20 bucks a month. Thanks again for watching our video and have a great day.